dropshipping, ecom. Let's talk about some things that's maybe troubling you when you're starting with dropshipping, or the hardest thing to overcome in the start when you're doing dropshipping or ecom or building a brand. I will go over 5 things that I think is the most common challenges or struggle you have in the start when you're starting up. Or not just in the start, they will be there all the time, but you learn how to overcome them, okay? This is a different video today. I'm not sitting at my computer working or speed running or doing things I usually do. Today I just want to talk about you a little bit. What are we doing here? We're doing dropshipping, we're doing ecom, and how can we do this easier? I will list 5 things that's really hard in the start for you, or not just in the start, that's really hard all the way when you're doing ecom, dropshipping, start thinking of building your own brand. There are some things that's really challenging, of course, and that we will talk about today. The number one thing is, of course, cash flow. The cash flow in the start is really tight, and it's hard to overcome it. Because in the start, when you open up your Shopify store, you get like 10 days payout, then you get 7 days, then you get 3 days, and I know if you're running in US, you get 1 day. In Europe, where I'm from Sweden, here we get 3 days for best. And they will lock that up when you go on and you make, they see that you are fixing everything on your store, you're fulfilling orders, you don't get chargebacks. This goes quite quick. So in the first month or something, maybe you can count on having 10 to 7 days payout, but then you will have 5 to 3 days. Even if you have 3 days, the cash flow will be tight. You are paying for ads, you're paying for fulfillment, and you're paying for services, of course, surrounding your brand and surrounding the Shopify store and everything like that. Maybe not so high in the start, it adds up. And this can really set you back, especially when you are trying to scale. Of course, with the Meta and TikTok and everything, they want their money directly. So, and in the start, I don't think you have so big credit line at Meta, at TikTok, that you can work up also as you go on. But in the start, it's hard. So actually what I'm recommending here is a credit card. That's really good in the start, but don't use it except you have found proof of concept. You have found your winning product. You know that the ads you are running gives you back money. Then you can start using it. Number 2 is that it's very lonely doing dropshipping or doing ecom. It's very lonely, it's you against yourself, and every day you need to push yourself, especially in the start when you don't see so much results. You need to push yourself to test one more product, to go one step further, to do a little bit more than everyone else is doing, so you stand out. And this is also, of course, why I launched the Total Ecom Blueprint. That's a course, a community, and more a way to have someone besides you. You can also send me messenger and I will answer. But it's more to have the videos to look at, to feel a little bit like someone is with you and doing this. You can follow it step by step. So that's of course you don't need to use my course. It's other courses out there. Just see that it's someone good doing it. But it's a great way in the start to get in some communities, to get in some courses and things like that. Then it doesn't feel so lonely, of course. And if you have started to get a brand up and running, and then you started facing all the issues, then it can feel even more lonely. That was really my first case with my first really big brand that took off, the one I sold this August. In the start, I got all the problems you can get, Shopify holds everything, and I had no one to talk to. So it was just nights and nights, talking to customer service and everything. I didn't know what to do. And that feels really lonely, of course, and it feels like everyone is against you. And actually right now I'm opening up a mentorship also. You can find it at ecombynick.com. I will only take very, very few persons. So apply if you think you have something up and running and you need some extra help. Then I take you through all the problems. Like I said, ecom can feel very lonely. It's just to push through it. And I think that's the main reasons with like courses, communities, things like that. It's so it's not feeling so lonely. You see that other people are doing this. Other people are doing the same. They go through the same struggle. That's the great thing with like YouTube and things like that. You shouldn't get stuck on it, of course. The most important thing is to put in the work, but it shows you that other people are doing it. Number 3 and number 4, I will put in the same category. It holds. Okay? Let me explain. Shopify holds, and of course bans and things like that. That's the thing we as dropshipping are struggling with all the time. Shopify holds is when Shopify holds your money for several days. They usually hold 20% of your money for 120 days. And then you can lock them up after like 90 days if you send some emails, show them that you're doing a great work. Why are Shopify doing this? Of course, they're doing this to secure themselves. But because it's a lot of people starting stores, they are selling, and then maybe they don't fulfill the orders and things like that, and Shopify needs to pay the customers back. So this is just a way to secure Shopify. And actually, it's very common in business. All business do that, but it can be really, really hard for you. And this can happen even if you don't do anything wrong because you're a new store. Then you can get your 20% Shopify hold. It's just to go through it. But during that time, of course, it will be hard to scale. And then you have all the bans. You have ad account bans. You have on Meta, on TikTok and everything like that. I haven't had so much problem with bans, actually. I think it's a lot of which product you are running, and also, of course, how you make your ads and your ad copy. You need to check that you're going with the regulations of the platform. So, and nowadays you can just ask ChatGPT and they will do it. And I also think that the ad platforms, especially Meta, has been a little bit nicer the last years. That type of things like before and after and things like that. Before you couldn't do that, now you can do that. One thing there also that is a little bit with the number one thing, cash flow, is make sure on your Meta account it's better almost to pause a campaign than get a declined payment, because Meta don't like declined payment, and then they flag your account and then you will get problem getting the credit, and then they will turn off that account if it gets too much decline on payment. So that's just a little bit tips. Try to really look in the future and see that this that Meta can do its payments on your card all the time, so you have money, because Meta doesn't like payment declines at all. And that's of course the same with TikTok and things like all the other platforms. If you get your ad accounts banned, the solution is of course to talk to Meta and talk to TikTok, try to reach out to them and say that you haven't done anything wrong, why is this happening, and just try to talk to them in a business way, show that you're a real business, you want to do this for real, and this is just a mistake, and they will lock up your account. But of course, it's a struggle in the way, and also just another thing that's not fun. But and it's also a thing that will make you feel even more lonely. It will make you feel like everyone is against you, even the platforms you want to give money to. Like I said, do everything correctly, do a small budget in the start, raise it slowly, and you will be all fine. So the fifth thing and last thing I want to talk about is to keep your customers, to build something long term. And that you do with AOV, MRR, or LTV, lifetime value, monthly recurring revenue, and average order value. You need to try to get your average order value up, Because the prices on the platforms, our ad platforms, Meta and TikTok, is going up all the time. So here we really need to work. The average order value, when you have found your winning product, your hero product, you will build a store around it, you will build a brand around it, but you need to find some complementary products that can turn up the average order value. So say you're selling for $30, $40, and then they can add some products that's complementing your product for like $15, $10, $20, and suddenly you have orders coming in for $60, $70, $80. That's the average order value. You also need to try to look at your lifetime value. Are you selling a product your customer only wants once, or do they want to refill it, or do they want to get one every month? Maybe there you can really make your money and build your brand, because then you can start really implementing email marketing, targeting customers again so they come back and buy again. And of course here you need also that your product is good. It's a good product that people want multiple times, and you can implement subscriptions, MRR. And that's really, really important moving forward with dropshipping and e-com in 2026 and forward. That you keep your customer, you build a customer list, and this also raises the value a lot of your brand. Because if you want in the future maybe do an exit on the brand or something, and say you have 20,000 people on an email list, the value of the brand is of course a lot more. And you have like say 5,000, 10,000, 1,000, it doesn't really matter in monthly recurring revenue in subscriptions. That also shows that of course people are liking a product. It also raises the value of the brand a lot, and it also makes it very much easier. Our first point, cash flow. When you have MMR coming in, subscription coming in, it makes the cash flow a lot easier of course in the future. So that's the last tip or the last thing I wanted to talk about. This was a little bit unusual video for my channel. If you like it, please subscribe, please like, do all that things. It's really helping the channel, of course. One like helps the channel a lot, one comment helps the channel a lot, and I'm trying to get these videos out there for more people to give them more information about this business, of course. And if you want to get help starting, scaling, testing, everything like that, you have the Total Ecom Blueprint on my website, ecombanik.com. Go check it out. Like I said, open up for small group of people for the mentorship. It will be only like 3-4 people first. I want to test this out, want to make sure this is working great, and then maybe I will open it up for more people in the future. But for now, I will keep it really small, limited, and it will be people that have come away some way with their ecom that I can help. Otherwise, you have the Total Ecom Blueprint. In there you can also reach out to me and I will help you get started. And I will see you in the next video.